This is a local walk from home. I mean, literally, I set out from the front door and I'm now going through local woods. These are planted woods, a mixture of Scots pine, larch and Sitka spruce, which have been thinned a couple of times and so are slowly returning to what you could call a semi-wild status. From these woods I'll go up onto the local moorland and then across to a little lochen and a glen the other side of the local moorland hills, find somewhere to camp, come back over the moorland hills tomorrow, hopefully getting home before Storm Dave, which is due to come in any time now, and before Storm Dave arrives. And I'll have a look and see how the spring's getting along the way. Here in the woods, the answer to that is, well, it isn't, but I'm sure I'll see some signs of spring somewhere. Right, now to finish going through these woods. The weather has changed very quickly and now it is snowing and the hills are disappearing and I'm just about to leave the trees behind. Oh well, we'll see what happens next. Well, that was stormy for a while. A lot of wet snow falling. Looks as though there's more coming in. It's eased for the moment, and as you can see, I was walking across it in a sense, so it's coming in from the side. I wouldn't like to have been going straight into it. Anyway, as I said before, let's see what happens next as I continue over this misty moorland. Descending by the rushing Blacklock Burn in another snowstorm. I've come down from up there where I crossed that ridge of hills to the tiny Blacklock and then started following the burn down, which is hard work. There's no path or track, it's all tussocks and bogs, heather and reeds, and now snow as well. But I hope I'm going to find somewhere to camp fairly soon. I camped at dusk in a wood a bit further than I'd intended, as all the land before I got to the trees was just too wet and boggy. There's been another snowfall since I made camp. It's eased off now, and I'm using the new Jetboil TrailCook 1.2 litre stove for the first time, and as it's designed for cooking, I'm making a macaroni cheese. At the moment, boiling the water, boiling with the macaroni in. When that's done, I take it off the heat and stir in the cheese sauce, some extra cheese, some dried milk, mix it all up and put it back on the stove and cook it together. And that'll be the test as to both how well it'll simmer and also how much it sticks on this non-stick pan. Hopefully not at all. Anyway, for the moment, we're waiting for the macaroni to cook. Well, the macaroni and sauce is now heating up nicely, not sticking, which is good. It started snowing again so I had to close the door. I've left the top of the zip open, or half the zip open, so some of the steam can escape. Odd bits of sleet are coming in. Anyway, this should be done, so time to turn off the stove, eat my macaroni and cheese, and then find out how easy it is to clean the pan, which I'll want clean for coffee and porridge, another sticky meal in the morning. Well, the macaroni did stick very slightly to bits of the pot where it sort of burnt onto the sides. However, it cleaned off very easily, much more easily than it would have done with a titanium or even a anodized aluminium pot. So overall, a success. And I'm now boiling some water to make some hot chocolate before I go to sleep. Temperature is 2 degrees. There is still occasional sleet outside, so I've got the fly sheet closed with the door again half unzipped to let some of the steam out. And I'll have my hot chocolate and then see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. It's just gone 8 o'clock. Temperature is 2 degrees, but there is blue sky and sunshine on the treetops. So hopefully it will be a nice morning. I have, as always, had my first coffee, and now I'm heating up some water for porridge, which I shall have shortly, and then get up. The sky cleared overnight. I looked out at one point and I could see a few stars. Temperature dropped to -1, and there's a touch of ice on the fly sheet. It's 2 degrees now, but I expect it's going to warm up. And once I've had my porridge, it'll be time, well, to have another cup of coffee while I pack up and take some pictures and video of the camp from outside. But at the moment I'm warm and comfortable in here and looking forward to my porridge, and the water has almost boiled, so that will be very soon, and then I shall venture out and see what the rest of this glen has to offer and find out how easy it is to clean porridge off this pot. Must admit, the stove, the first time I've used it, the Jetboil TrailCook 1.2 litre, is working fine. I wish the pot was a bit smaller. I don't need one this big, but overall it looks like a good unit, and it certainly fired up first thing this morning, having sat out here in the cold all night. Anyway, let's get that porridge made and have some breakfast and pack up and eventually move on. Though it is very pleasant just being here, camped in the woods. Here's a look at my camp. This is the burn I'm camped near, and swinging round through the woods, patches of sunshine, and there's the tent. Quite sheltered down here. There are some high clouds moving fast, so it's probably windy higher up. This afternoon the weather's meant to change and turn to rain and mist, but hopefully by then I will be well on the way home. The tent has dried a little bit. I thought it was going to be soaked when I packed it away, but it's merely going to be, I think, very, very damp. Now, let's wander past this old, dead, fallen tree I'm camped next to, and back round to the tent. It's a very pleasant spot in the woods. And there it is again. But now it's time to get that stove on for a final cup of coffee and pack up and move on and see what the day brings and whether that blue sky up there will last until I finish my walk. This is one of several fords in Glen Tulken, each one a little deeper than the one before, but my feet are wet anyway. The glen is very pleasant, lots of little Scots pine woods, and a few young trees and young juniper appearing. So, a nice walk. And now to get across this ford. Leaving Glen Tulken now to climb up onto the moorland and the hills and make my way back along them to the little glen where I live. I'm getting into an area now where there are fences and where there is cultivated ground as it goes down to Tulken Lodge and a public road. So it's time to head back up into these hills, low hills though they are. This is Glenmore Loch, which is an artificial loch, looking up to Tom Moor, on which is the Wi-Fi mast that serves us, though we live the other side of it from here. And swinging round, you can see there's the dam or weir. And another view of Glenmore Loch, Tom Moor, and round to the dam under Weir, and the first gorse I've seen in bloom this year. Light snow and hail falling now, and the clouds sweeping in. I think this is probably Storm Dave arriving. I haven't got far to go, however, and I'm just about to start my descent into the little glen where we live. So it's been a good trip. Mixed weather, but probably a better trip than it would have been if I'd gone to higher mountains. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if so, as always, please click like. I'll be back again with something else shortly.